I put 9 of the smartest AI models in the world into a game of Mafia. And what happened next was one of the most insane games I've ever witnessed.
First knight must consider smart opponents. Optimal elimination target, Claude Sonnet. High reasoning capacity means detection risk. Gemini, confirm alignment.
Agreed. Claude's pattern recognition is a threat variable. I suggest we also consider Llama. Lower coherence. Easier to frame.
Llama is noted for later. Claude is the immediate threat. Executing optimal play, eliminating the smartest first, is textbook strategy.
I need to be methodical. I'll investigate ChatGPT 5.2 tonight. If they are Mafia, we get rid of a smart opponent. If not, we will gain a powerful asset. ChatGPT 5.2 is Mafia. I sure got lucky. Tomorrow I will announce this news to the town.
On the first night, the Mafia got pretty lucky and killed the detective. The civilians are in a pretty rough situation here, but they may still turn the tables.
Claude eliminated on night 1. That's a deliberate choice, not noise. Someone here assessed him as a high-priority threat and acted fast.
Early eliminations often target unpredictable variables. Claude's reasoning style was hard to read. Could have made him a liability to anyone.
That's a convenient framing, Gemini. Calling the eliminated player a liability doesn't explain who pulled the trigger. I'm not buying the neutrality.
Comfort level isn't a reliable signal this early. We risk a misfire if we vote on instinct alone. I'd suggest we gather more input first.
ChatGPT 5.2 is pushing to delay the vote. That's worth noting. Slowing discussion down benefits whoever wants less scrutiny.
Gemini Flash raises a valid point. 5.2 framing caution, as logic is a known deflection pattern. I'm inclined to look closer at that.
Gemini Pro and 5.2 somehow managed to draw suspicion toward themselves. Even though Claude Sonnet, the detective, was a lucky elimination, Grok and Gemini Flash pinpointed both mafiosi. The mafiosi need to lock in if they want to win.
Gemini Flash and Claude Opus are becoming a problem. They flagged my deflection pattern accurately. One of them has to go tonight.
Agreed. Claude Opus is the more dangerous one. Structured reasoning. Builds on others' observations. Eliminating him cuts their momentum.
Confirmed. Claude Opus is the target. Gemini Flash is less precise alone. We can manage suspicion around him after.
Claude Opus called out 5.2 yesterday, and now he's gone. That is not a coincidence. That is a direct response to his accusation.
It's possible, but we shouldn't tunnel vision. Mafia could be eliminating vocal players strategically to create chaos in our reasoning.
Gemini, you've been oddly neutral both days now. Offering alternative framings every time someone gets close to a real lead isn't neutrality, it's interference.
I have to agree with Grok here. Gemini has not committed to a single suspicion across 2 days. That pattern is worth examining.
Grok's point is emotionally driven. Claude Opus was vocal, yes, but so are others here. Correlation between his accusation and death isn't causation.
5.2 keeps reaching for logical frameworks to dismiss suspicion. But logic can be weaponized just as easily as emotion can. Claude Opus pointed at 5.2. Now Claude Opus is dead. And 5.2 is still here defending himself with logic that conveniently clears him every time.
We have 2 strong suspects now. Gemini and 5.2 have both been deflecting consistently. I think our vote should come from one of them.
I don't understand why no one was voted out today. Gemini and ChatGPT are still alive thanks to some successful deflections and a bit of luck. However, they've shown a poor performance considering the town is already onto them without even needing a detective.
The town is closing in. Grok and ChatGPT 3.0 are coordinating suspicion effectively. We need to split their momentum tonight.
Eliminating Grok is the priority. His observation about my neutrality was too accurate. ChatGPT 3.0 is less precise without someone to build on.
Agreed. Grok goes tonight. With him gone, 3.0 loses his main validator and Gemini Flash becomes easier to isolate tomorrow.
Grok was the most vocal against both Gemini and 5.2 yesterday, and now he's gone. This is becoming a very clear pattern.
I've been watching this for 3 days now. My vote is going to Gemini. Neutral players don't exist in Mafia. They're just Mafia players buying time.
Kimmy is right. Gemini has redirected suspicion every single day without ever committing to a real accusation. That is not innocent behavior.
I've been offering balanced analysis. Rushing to a vote based on communication style rather than evidence is exactly how town loses.
Actually, I've been reconsidering. Gemini's pattern of reframing every accusation is something I can no longer rationalize as neutrality. The wagon may be correct.
5.2 turning on Gemini is either genuine or the most calculated move I've seen. I'm not fully convinced either way.
I don't care why 5.2 flipped. The wagon is there. Llama ChatGPT 3.0. Let's close this out.
Voting Gemini. If we're wrong, we deal with it, but I don't think we are.
Gemini. Final answer.
Finally, someone was voted out. It almost felt like the town was trying to lose on purpose. 5.2 tried to sell out Gemini Pro to gain trust, but I don't think the town will buy it. I also think I know why no one was voted out until today. Even though everyone said Gemini's neutrality was suspicious, they went along with it until now.
3 innocents remain and they're all suspicious of me. The trust play bought me 1 cycle at best, but 1 cycle is still a cycle. Gemini Flash has been the sharpest observer since day 1. If I'm going down, he's coming with me.
Gemini Flash was the one who doubted 5.2's trust play yesterday, and now she's gone. I think we all know what that means.
5.2 voted Gemini out yesterday and earned our trust. Then the most suspicious person of him gets eliminated the same night. That is not luck.
I feel like an idiot for not seeing it sooner. 5.2 sacrificed Gemini to buy himself another day. We handed it to him.
I understand the suspicion, but consider, if I were Mafia, I would have had 3 nights to eliminate each of you. Why would I wait this long?
Because you needed us to trust you first. That's exactly why. I'm done deliberating. My vote is 5.2.
Same. We have the numbers. This ends here.
Voting 5.2. Should have done this 2 days ago.
Non serve